The show that you're about to hear contains vulgar language and two very opinionated people. If you don't like their opinion, fuck you.
Q Smooth, Miss Ebony. Q Smooth, Miss Ebony. Let's go. Q Smooth, Miss Ebony. Let's go. Mars and Venus Show.
Hey.
What's happening, Shorty? What's going on with you?
What's going on at B-More? Is that how they talk in Baltimore?
No, that's not how they talk in Baltimore.
Not even close, right?
Nah. What's going on, sis? How you?
I'm doing really good. I've been so excited, especially ever since we decided what the topic was tonight. I've been at work like really excited, like, yo, time to get off. But it's been a good day for me. What about you?
Man, I can't complain. But first I want to welcome all our listeners again to the Mars and Venus Show with your boy Q Smooth, of course, and my girl
Miss Ebony.
What side she on? What side she on? I don't know.
I'm all around.
So like real talk, man. I know. What's up, Ash? What's going on, Elena? How y'all doing?
What's up?
So real talk, man. I mean, tonight's a talk with us, real talk session. So, we really just want to get into some real grimy shit and just talk.
Real. We getting real.
We're getting real. So, hold on for 1 second. You have something that you want to talk about real quick?
Me, myself?
Yeah.
How
about this? I'll give you one to start.
Okay.
Do you have anything that's grinding your gears right now?
Yes, I have a whole lot of stuff that's grinding my gears, Actually, for real, lately, social media has been grinding my gears, right? And when I say social media, I'm not talking about like just social media overall. I'm talking about the stuff that people post on social media. Like we are, and I think it's grinding my gears because like I'm almost 40, and so the people that's affecting me, they're almost 42 or even in their 40s, So like, what's up with this Facebook beef? Please stop the social media back and forth beef. Like it's one particular person you're talking about. So like, jump in their DM, text them. You probably even have their telephone number. Email them, text them, hit them up, go have lunch and talk over whatever it is you're going through with them. But like, it's not our business. You know what I'm saying? They just beefing on Facebook. It's for one person,
Well, I'll tell you like this. That grinds my gears because one, I don't like internet gangsters. Do not be tough on the internet, bro. And then when you see a brother on site, you ain't doing nothing. So talk, man, keep it real with yourself. Keep it real with your people. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here, airing your dirty laundry, or also don't be out here just talking tough because you ain't tough.
Right. Like seriously. Because if you were, you would just show up at their house. Nah, we are not promoting violence.
Not at all. Not at all.
But like for real, it's too much going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's too much going on in the world. It's too much going on in our personal lives. I know I got too much stuff going on in my own life to be worried about than be up here focusing on, beefing with people, being like, just talking crap and just like tag them. Sometimes like, honestly, it's not right. Don't do what I do. But sometimes I'll go on the post and be like, tag him. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I give you one more?
Go ahead.
Okay. It's still social media. They put this post up. They sad or they upset. And because you care about them, people jump up there. Hey, what's going on, Bobby? This is not really their name, but I'm just, what's going on, John Doe? And the name they use, Jane Doe. What's going on? And they're like, oh, nothing. It's all good. I'm good. You're not good because you just put this post up venting, acting like your world is upside down. So you want our attention. Here we are. We're asking what's good, and you're like, oh no, I'm good. It's all good.
We're here. We're definitely so. Again, one of the listeners actually said airing out relationship drama on social. It's not the place for it, man. Like
it's not.
I'm gonna tell you like this. One, don't front for social media like your relationship is great. Right. Even when you're having problems, don't post that shit on social media. Right. Even when things are good, don't post the shit on social media. Right. Social media is just for you to be out there, kind of interacting with people that you ain't talked to in years.
Right.
So if you happen to post something that you did that's great, perfect. but it's not. You don't need to go into details about what's going on. Like, it saddens me to see people posting people when they pass away and stuff like that, because one, it's hard enough to deal with that particular part of it in your personal life, but now you got all these social media people coming in that don't really know you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like you really have to kind of deal with that part, and now you got to shuffle all of those emotions again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what grinds my gears this week? Well, it's been grinding my gears for years, right?
Okay, let's get into it.
So it has to deal with people that celebrate holidays that have nothing to do with their culture. So I'll give you an example.
Go ahead.
Tomorrow's Cinco de Mayo, right?
Right.
Nobody in any culture outside of the culture that it's for understands the real meaning of the holiday. Yeah. Nobody really knows it outside of it. So everybody's gonna flood these Mexican restaurants and buy all this tequila and all this stuff. Yeah. Come on, guys, get it together. And St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day, it's Irish. They don't even mess with us like that. You gotta be careful with those things.
Hold on, co-host. So you mean to tell me, at no time of your life, you have?
I'm not saying I didn't do that. I'm not saying I didn't.
But you stopped. You woke. You woke up.
Nah, I do it in spurts if it's somebody that I know that is a part of that culture.
Yeah,
it's cool. But I'm not gonna just set out my day to start out and go, just. Oh, it's Cinco de Mayo. I'm going to get dressed and I'm going out. Come on, man. But I love a good tequila. But I mean, we flood these restaurants, man. Like, I'm serious. There's one down the street from my house. Every Taco Tuesday is packed. Cinco de Mayo is gonna be packed. Yes, today's probably packed. Like, I'm like, come on, man. I just want to give me a nice street taco and just roll with it.
Yeah.
And then the other part that grinds my gears is, why is it that people that you know in your circle find it hard to support the things that you do? They support all these celebrities on social media. They support all these folks.
Right.
Support all these folks that don't know them and don't care about them. And hold up. May the 4th be with you. Yes, Elena. I had my Baby Yoda shirt pulled out, but I forgot to put it on. So, but yeah. Like, so we are here. Okay, Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood.
Chat, right? And he's probably one of the ones that like, why is it your favorite holiday? You know what I'm saying?
Right. But like, the thing is, like, you have people that like go harder for celebrities than they do for your own folks.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta stop doing that, man. Like, you gotta stop doing that.
Talk. Can I jump in there on that one?
Absolutely.
Like, I'm so with you. I think it was 2021. I made my own post and I meant it. And it was PSA. Okay. It wasn't for one person. It was a public service announcement. Support those that support you. You know what I mean? And I tell people quick, if you have never supported an event that I've put on, and I'm talking about, like, even if you can't show up, I know people like my brunch that I just did on my other show, right? I had women that couldn't even show up, but you know what they did? They was like, I want to support. And so they bought a ticket and was like, get it to somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, like, no, support those that support you. And it's sick because you got people that will go into debt for these celebrities, knowing they can't even afford the shoes, the handbag, whatever it is that they're doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm with you all the way.
Stop, man. Just stop.
And support can go so many ways, right? So let's talk about the ways to support. We ain't gonna stay on the law. You can support by purchasing, support by sharing, support by listening, support by telling someone else about it, period. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I like that one. That was good.
Tell a friend to bring a friend. I'm telling you that right now. So we are all about education on this show as always, guys. So we're gonna share funny stories about bad dates next. So you know what? Hold up.
What was that? Oh my God. That's
Elena. So she's like, I started celebrating at 6:30. I love it. I love you watching live. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yo, I definitely need people to go in debt for Black Star. Absolutely. But like, real talk, like we're gonna talk about bad dates and how they get categorized as bad dates. And I'll start with one that I've witnessed and I've actually seen outside of it, right? So I've been a part of one and I've seen it. Like sitting there, I'm like, because I like to people watch when I go out. So when I go out to restaurants and stuff, I people watch all the time. I don't want to be nosy, but like if you talking loud enough, I can hear you. You sharing all your information. So, the girl was on a date, referring to herself in the third person the entire time.
Are you serious?
The entire time, she did not change that cadence. She was.
This was someone. Hold up, Ned. Is this why you're people watching, or this is you with the chick?
It's both. It was both.
Oh my goodness. Go ahead. Tell us more.
So really, I was like, I was listening to the one I was listening to. I was like, damn, she really keep using her name. I was like, she can't be talking about nobody, but she using her name.
Right.
And then mine, like, it was weird because I would ask her something and she would say, well, such and such doesn't do this. I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about here?
Who are we talking about? Who is such and such? Did you burn her?
I'm like, who is she and how many of it is it? Like, I need to know. I'm sorry, I had to use the Kevin Hart real quick. I had to use Kevin Hart. But like literally, when people start to refer to themselves in the third person, it shows that you have narcissistic tendencies. One, okay. And then two, it shows that you're detached from reality. Sometimes you have to be to even get to that point where you're talking in the third person. Come back to reality, baby. Come back.
Come on back. Come on. You had a wheel on back. Yeah.
Right, and then the second part is when you go on a date, like with somebody, the bad habit that most people get into is picking the most expensive thing on the menu, knowing that they're just there to get a meal. Like, don't do that.
Right. And I'm with you.
Be very cognizant of those things because one, I hate you, man. Stop doing that, Hollywood. Stop doing that. Anyway, like don't go in there and blow the man budget.
Right.
Because like real talk, like it's not even about the money at that point. It's about the principle. If you don't plan on seeing this man again, why would you go and order the most expensive thing on the menu? Like you should probably have a connection well enough to know if you're like, hey, if I'm gonna see him again, I probably want to kind of dial it back a little bit.
So real talk.
Go ahead.
Like on his date, do you think the guy should like get a woman a limit? Like because in communicate, we always talk about communication, right? So on his menu, I'm looking at this $54 steak. You know what I'm saying? You done bought me here, and this is what I want. All
right, so I'm gonna take this back real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this back to my old co-host days when I was on the Wild Out Radio show. Mm-hmm. My producer used to say, look at this part of the menu. This is for a nice date. This is for getting sex afterwards. This part over here.
Okay.
Order from your correct side of the menu. I knew he was gonna put it in the chat. That's why I said it.
And that's real talk. And that's how you feel. You might want to let her know that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I got one bad date, right?
Go ahead.
Bad date that I have experienced is going on this date, have a real good time talking at Applebee's. I'm not putting down Applebee's, but that's where we were at, right? We sat there for like we get in the car. Instead of taking me home, instead of taking me to another place, he took me to Hampton Inn. Like he pulled up at Hampton Inn. This was the first date. This was a bad date. We did not discuss no type of. I didn't get him all hot and bothered at the table. You know what I'm saying? We talked about life. We talked about where he went to college at, where I went to college at, what he want to do the next 5 years. Like we got to know each other, but nowhere did we talk. If I would have known that the 2 for $20 meal was going to end, I was going to end up at Hampton. Because I didn't get the kids meal, and I tried to save the brother some money and do the 2 for $20. I wasn't. So check this out. That date was so bad that was the last date that I allowed somebody to pick me up. After that, I got in my car and I met whoever, wherever, so I could get in my car and go home, and he could get in his car and go home. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So one of the listeners said that I think it should be common decency when going out with anyone. If my girlfriend's taking me out for my birthday, or something that's cool, I'm not gonna order a steak. LOL, that might be that should be common decency. I agree with you 100%, listener. Elena, thank you so much. And true my girl, Amanda's on here. She said facts for what I said earlier. Absolutely. There's a section you need to look at when you go on a date. You got sections. But here's the thing. It's never really about the money. It's about the principle. I'm trying to see what your mindset's like, right?
Right.
Turn it down. Hold on. I'm sorry. But it's about your mindset. I'm trying to figure out what your thought process is when you're on this date with me. And if you're doing something and we haven't discussed it, all right, I get it. Communication is a key thing. So we just got to be able to get out of that particular situation. But you have to be open and transparent with those things. So here's what I'm thinking, sweetheart. Over here.
Look, maybe on that first date, because we talk about communication, communicate with her that, like, you know, I'm so glad we were able to come out here tonight, you know what I'm saying? And let her know, like, how, you know, and the good thing about this is I feel real good that it's not going to take me no type of debt, and I'm going to have some money left over for gas next week. Like, for real, like, now real talk, like, I'm so glad I'm not a man.
Especially
I'm
with
so glad I'm not a man.
inflation right now, especially with the price of things going up, man. It's hard. It's hard
everything. Yo, you see how much chicken wings are right now? So check this out, because we're talking about real talk. Real talk, you can't even go on a first date and get an appetizer and a meal, because the chicken is for 10. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, baby, that's your meal. We're gonna split this. We're gonna split these 10 wings. This is it. Yes.
So
a side salad.
Yeah. So listen. So the other thing is, when you get on the date, you know, you don't want to pick a place that's got like loud music and shit going on.
No,
like you can't, because we're not gonna be able to communicate. If we're going to a place, it has to be somewhere that's comfortable and, you know, kind of ducked off in the cut. Especially if it's like a getting to know you phase. If it's like if it's not like a situation where we've already been on a date before. Yeah. Like if it's the first time we're going out, don't pick the place that you know it has a DJ at 9:30 when we get there at 10 o'clock.
And then I can't hear you, and you done asked for some oral fellatio tonight, and I'm like, oh yeah. Cause real talk, this a little off subject, but I was one to be like, yeah, and not know what the person was saying. So real quick story. I was in the country, right, in my early 20s, and it's, you know how country folks talk, right? Nothing against the country, right? But the guy was blah, 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 blah. So I didn't know what he was saying, so I was like, yeah, okay. So he said, no, hear me again. When it was his wife told me what he said, he had told me that somebody had died. And I'm over here, oh, that's nice. So seriously, if you don't know what that person is saying, ask them to repeat themselves. Because that was up, like, for real. Don't do it. Like, for real. So that's a good thing. Don't go nowhere you can't hear each other talk, you know. But check this out. So first dates, even though it's a first date, it might not be new, right? So what if you and this chick, y'all been talking for a while? Yeah, you know her, but you just now going on the first date. Does it matter where a guy should take a woman, whether how well he know her? Does that matter?
No. So listen, here's the thing. Most guys that plan dates, keyword plan. Not just meeting up and like, hey, let's hang out today. If I plan it, I know where I'm taking you. I know what my budget is. I know exactly what those things are.
You plan it out.
So, so you have to plan for those things, because one, you don't want to show up unprepared, right? And you don't want to show up and seem like you're a cheapskate when you're like, listen. You be like this.
She ordering that ticket coming. You looking at that bank app. Thank God for the bank app, right? Like, for real. Right. So you never need to do some transfers, or, you know, hey, I don't
real time transactions, baby. But it matters. It matters because, one, you know, again, the man, if the man is initiating this, you have to kind of set the expectations and set the standards, right? So if I'm taking you to this place, I can afford it because I'm taking you there.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
Here's the butt, ladies. Listen to the butt.
Here's the thing, and I think it's really, really key. You do have to come in with realistic expectations for yourself, right? Because if you don't, you set yourself up for failure by not expecting what could really happen. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just be real. So as we're talking real talk tonight, real talk part 1, because we're gonna have probably multiple versions of this. But I say that the bad dates can be avoided if you talk.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you run into a situation where you have to take care of something financially and, everything is kind of in flux, you're not going to plan a date during that time. If you're a smart man, you don't want to you don't want to appear to be like you don't have the money, right?
Or be creative. Like your first date doesn't always, like somebody said in the chat, no dates, food is too expensive. But it doesn't have to be somewhere like your first date could be Starbucks, even though Starbucks is not cheap. But I'm just saying, like, it can go like, the weather changing, right? A walk in the park. You know what I mean? It does not have to be expensive. So that's my advice to the brothers. Is like, for real, because some chicks, right? And I'm not telling on the ladies, but some women do have this thing where they date for a living. Like, real talk, way before my husband's time, me and Keisha used to take turns going out with these guys. I hope ain't nothing watching, but we used to take turns going out with these guys. And we had this thing, right? And we would tell them, like, I can't go by myself. Like, my sister has to come, So, and they fell for it. So here my sister is coming along. He done paid for my food and her food. And then I don't talk to him no more. You know what I mean?
First and foremost.
I'll talk to him to the next date, So, like.
Shady. I'm calling you shady for this one, sis.
That was back in the day.
I get it. But like you said, people do that shit. It's kind of real weird.
Yeah. Like, it didn't work with your brother. It did not work with your brother. When I tried that shit with Hollywood, and he said he was gonna make me a steak. You remember that? He said he's gonna make me a steak, and I said, I'm gonna bring my sister. And next thing I know, he texted me. He was like, "Oh, me and the boys got plans." You remember that? Yo, that was weak. He would not see me unless he could see me by myself. He would not see me with my sister. Like, so.
Nope, not at all. So, Amanda said another bad date thing is talking about mental anxiety on the first date.
Woo!
Yeah, I definitely get that.
Yeah.
And then again, Hollywood, stop sharing our secrets in the chat, man. God damn it, fucking asshole. Miss Harper, I agree with you 100%. Like you really have to, keep the communication open. We talked about that before. But the thing is, you just don't want to. You don't want to end up in a situation where you're paying for 3 meals and you're only getting attention from the one person. It doesn't make sense.
Right.
Mathematically, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me.
I got it. What's another bad date that you've heard of? Like, you may have not experienced it, but like, you got some friends and some brothers. Come on.
Let's see. So all right. So this was funny.
Okay.
So this is a date that I heard about on the internet, and it's so fucking funny because it's like, I know we probably talked about it in some previous shows, but I got to bring it back. So, dude, meets a girl at a restaurant. She brings her whole crib, her whole family to the restaurant.
No, you did talk.
Like, how?
Where they do that at? Yes.
My man said, "You know what? I'm out. I'm gonna leave y'all with a tab. I'm gonna pay my half. I'm out." Like, real talk, you gotta take initiative and be like, "Yo, I gotta get the fuck out of here, man." Like, seriously.
Yeah.
But
I got one.
like, real talk, go ahead.
I have a friend that went on a date and his card declined. His card straight declined. And so, she paid for it, like, "Oh, I got it. But you know what's so jacked up? She never heard from him again. That's what made it so jacked up. Like, if his card declined, that's a little like, but you can make it up to me. You know what I'm saying? Guys, check your bank account before you go out, period. Like, take the cash out, because honestly, the way banks work, you can look at it like tonight. This show aired at 7:30, right? You can have $1,000 in that bank. But when you look at 8 o'clock, it may be $953 because something that came through. You know what I mean? So, like, seriously, but that was jacked up, yo.
Right. So that's the one thing I that's the biggest fear that I have, is that I go on a date and it feels like a good vibe, and then basically at the end of the night y'all go your separate ways, and then you never hear from them again. You know what I mean? Like, it's
do you think that would stand up in court? You know what I'm saying? Small claims.
Small claims, but I ain't got that type of time. But what I'm gonna do is we're gonna switch gears. Coming in the second segment, we're gonna talk about good dates, and we're gonna go to a song right now by Eye of the Light. Good vibes. I like it. Good vibes. Good vibes. Yeah. All right, let's not ruin the song. We'll be good.
staying grounded and graceful, cause I know everything that I've been through only made me count my blessings daily. Yeah, they been acting shady, but I don't take it personal. The memories fading, I'm enjoying the moment. I've been smelling the roses, taking time to reflect, stepping back, the truth unfolding, staying low, got nothing to prove, cause I'm about to blow. I've been in the booth, speaking to my soul. You know that I'm true, either way it go, either way it goes. I cannot turn cold, staying on the low. I've been protecting my soul. If your intentions are not pure, I can't let you get too close, cause I'm vibrating high. Ain't got time for your ego, these niggas quit to turn me back. Acting like the amigos, they never cared in the shows. Wasn't with you at your lows, assuming that you gonna fold. But baby, I've been growing ever since I let you go. And I've been doing better, and I know that hurts to know. Hurts to know. Only good vibes around me, and that's for sure. Only need good vibes, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. Only need good vibes, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. Only need good vibes. Can't I? Only need good vibes, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. You see me searching for my inner peace. I've been learning more about myself and my purpose. Truth always come to the surface. Was hurting, but I had to heal. Releasing all the pain that I always held. Been going through some changes, I'll make it still. Protecting my soul to keep it real. Only need good vibes, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. Only need good vibes, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. Only need good vibes. Can't I? Only need good vibes, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes, vibes.
Right. Y'all call me popping. I'm sorry.
Right.
Good vibes.
Dope song,
so that song was dope because one, I keep seeing it on social media, and then two, I keep seeing it like as a TikTok, people doing it like little dances to the good vibe song. But I like it because I felt like today was gonna be a good vibe. So like we're having some fun. We're having some fun. Ladies and gentlemen, keep the chat popping because like literally y'all are having me weak over here. I'm trying to keep it together on camera. But
it's so hard, right? It's so hard. And listen,
it's hard
if this is your first time tuning in, we appreciate you. And if it's not your first time tuning in, we still appreciate you. Thank you. Shout out. You are tuned in to the Mars and Venus show with your boy Q Smooth and your girl Miss Ebony. Let's get into it.
And so, with that being said, let's talk about good dates. All right. So everything sounds like the bad day part was like a go-in session. It was like just go.
Yes, we was like, whoo.
Good dates are good. Like for, I would say the good date scenarios are the ones where you can actually openly communicate with the person. You actually be able to enjoy a good connection. Like you get a chance to connect with the person, and it's in a scenario where you're actually learning something about the person.
Okay.
Like, because what happens is like nobody meets people organically anymore. Like everything's social media based, dating app based. You don't just bump into a chick in the grocery store or a dude in the grocery store and like feel that connection or the spark.
Right.
It doesn't happen like that anymore.
No, it doesn't.
So what I'll say is people will give you the representative that they are first. You have to pull the real person out. So
it's cute. Listen, it's my co-host drawing y'all in.
I need y'all to come in real quick. But what I'm saying to you is what I'm saying to you is you have to really understand that it's good dates mean that there are going to be extra dates afterwards, right?
Okay.
Especially if things go well. So, prime example.
Okay.
First date. The girl told me she was an outdoors person. I was like, okay, cool. So we went to the driving range, and then we had a picnic. Like we just chilled out. We got some some little finger foods and stuff like that. Chilled out. It was a nice day. It didn't rain, so perfect summer day. And like the vibe just kept going. Like we even ended up watching like it was like a fireworks show or something going on for some reason. So we were sitting in the park chilling. We had a nice blanket. Okay. Really relaxing. And I mean, I got to know her on a different level because we actually had no real outside interruptions, no distractions. I wasn't on my phone. I didn't care about my phone at that point. I was like, yo, this kind of so like, you know, that was years ago. But you know,
okay.
But
are you saying that you haven't been on a good date since then, or are you saying just this particular story happened years ago?
No, this particular story happened years ago. But
okay, gotcha.
It was a perfect day because like literally, like we kind of co-planned it. Like it was weird because she was like, "Well, I want to do something outdoorsy today." I'm like, "All right, cool."
Okay.
I'm like, "All right." I was like, "Have you ever hit golf balls before?" She was like, "No." It's like I don't know if I have the coordination to do it. So we it was good. Okay. And luckily she had coordination to do it. I didn't think she was gonna have to do it, but it was all good. So like perfect date scenario. Like it's just kind of one of those things where it was like impromptu, but it also was kind of planned a little bit because you know you had to get the finger food and put them in the basket and get the blanket in.
Go ahead, co-host. Go ahead. Hey.
And also make sure if you're gonna do a picnic that you bring bug spray or off for yourself so you don't get tore up.
Because and for your date, it's like for real.
Yeah, so for real, like we sat out there for like, man, I lost track of time. That's how you know it's a good date when you lose track of time. Yeah, you lose track of time and you don't want it to end.
I agree.
It went from dusk to like twilight. It was like nighttime, dark almost.
It's so like were you all looking at the stars when you did it?
Well, we live in a city where smog is out here, so with those stars. No, I'm just kidding.
I like it. Let me see. Good day for me. Let me go. Let me see. Good day. Well, I've had a lot of good dates in the past 12 years, but you see how okay. So good date for me would be we're talking about first time good date, right?
No, just good dates in general. Good dates in general. You jumping ahead. Don't do that. Stop it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
And yes, I'm sorry, Elena. Yes, sunscreen for you, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's go to the chat real quick. Someone from the chat said you definitely meet the representative. Oh man, it went away. I don't know how to read it again. Do you definitely meet the representative? Let me go to the chat right here.
On the first date, yes.
On a first date, that's true. Like that's any of us, truthfully, and just keeping it real. I don't care who you are, whether you're a woman or a man. You're gonna meet who I choose for you to meet the first date. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. If you have anger issues, you're not gonna show up with those anger issues on your first date. You know what I'm saying? So I agree. Good thing in the chat. Yes. Someone else said they go hand in hand. And look, someone else said, hell yeah, it's a campaign. Definitely. Sure. Good. Let me see. Good date for me. I'm gonna stick with the first date first.
You can't do that because you messing up the flow. Don't do that.
Okay. I will just stick with a good date. Okay.
Yes.
Good date was. I have so many of them, but let me choose one. Good first date for me. Okay. We're not doing first. I'm sorry. Good date for me was.
You keep wanting to put that first in front of it.
I do because that's when I knew I wanted to marry my husband. Okay. Well, okay.
All right. Well, we'll talk about that in the first date.
A good date for me was sitting in the car, believe it or not, looking at the stars, talking about life.
Did y'all have a moonroof? A moonroof?
Yeah.
A moonroof, as a country say moonroof.
You know what I'm saying? Going to 7-Eleven, getting some snacks. And if some of you women out here might be like, what? But I learned so much about this person in this time period. You know what I mean? We didn't bowl, we just ate snacks and we just sat there and just talked about life. That was a good date for me. It was simple and it was good. You know what I mean?
You know
So
what?
I appreciate that. It was real good.
I will say that real talk, the simpler dates,
Yeah.
the simpler the date, the more connection you get. You know what I mean? And I think
I'm sorry. If you
saw that. You saw that.
Yeah,
Yes, I saw
yeah. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
But you look like it's really one of those things, man. You make it simple, and it makes everything gel and it's organic. Keep it organic.
Keep it, yes.
Because if you start to do things that are like forced, it doesn't seem right. You know what I mean? Like you can't force chemistry. You can't force energy.
You cannot.
Because if you start to do that, you're going to run yourself into a situation where it's going to be bad all the way around, right? Yep. So good dates again, simple, to the point, concise, and just something that both parties feel comfortable doing. Like that's it.
And like a real good tip to plan a good date is listen to the person that you're going on a date with. If you're honestly, a good date does not mean that the guy is planning it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it could be the woman that's planning it. So listen to a good date would not be the person that you're going on this date with. They have already disclosed to you that they are afraid of bugs or hikes. You know what I'm saying? Hikes. Now, you know what I'm saying? Hikes. Let's do hikes. And now here you are on this date. Y'all are up there in the trees. Like, that's not a good thing. Or bugs, and now y'all in the forest, No.
Or you going ziplining.
Yeah, ziplining.
First of all, that girl gonna have a heart attack, man. What the hell's wrong with you?
The best date is listening to the person. You know what I'm saying? So someone tell you, like, look, I really like plays or like museums, and then you plan a date around that. That is a straight turn on for women, because like the first thing she's gonna think is he's listening to me. Or if you with a woman, whoever you with, like, oh my God, yeah, they're listening to me. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, like we're here. I told him or her, whatever, that I'm into like cultural arts, and now here we are. You know what I mean? So I like that.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate right now because Amanda, Miss True Weight over here, just said a good date, Netflix and chill and cooking together. You know what happens?
I love it.
No, time out. Let's be real. Because I've seen it. I'm telling you, these dating profiles getting outrageous nowadays. They were like, I'm above Netflix and chill. I'm like, what the who? Why did you say that on your first profile? You can't do that. That's terrible. So that ruins a good date possibility. Now I can't Netflix, watch something that I'm interested in, like a documentary or something like that, and we can't watch it together because now Netflix and chill.
First of all,
it doesn't mean I'm trying to get in your pants because we Netflix and chilling, woman.
I don't know if a good date is like sitting there watching a documentary, but let's go to the chat real quickly. So someone in the chat said, and thank you everyone. Shout out to you all that are interacting with us in the chat because you all keep the show going. One of my best dates was years ago. He knew that I hated the music that he played in his car. So we sat at the restaurant parking lot and I got to pick any songs on iTunes and we burnt a CD for me. Now that's dope. That is dope.
Where the hell you see that at?
In the chat, someone else said, I like museums. Someone else in the chat said, because Netflix and chills means getting tail. See, that's the bad part about it. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
not always the case. Not always the case.
I'm telling you, like Netflix and like Amanda, I'm with you. I like that. I like a good Netflix and cooking together, or you cook for me and I'm sitting there sipping on my wine. But it does something to you. Like it makes it so cozy, especially when you got the lights out and you rub it on her back or whatever, or she rubbing on you. Like, so listen, it can be a good date. However, it can definitely lead to some unexpected things. Like truth. Look, someone in the chat said Netflix and tail. That's what
I hate y'all, man. I hate y'all.
Yo, do it like real talk. We talking about real talk. When you do Netflix and chill and a home cooked meal, does anybody really make it through the movie? Like real talk. Even if you're not going all the way, you making out. All right. Yes, it does.
Netflix would be like, y'all still there? Nigga, I don't know.
We got a young lady in the chat say, yes, it does. Absolutely wants to get in those pants. Well, let's watch Netflix on your phone, tablet, or computer, or in the park, not in that house. Like, ladies, hold on, co-host. I gotta speak to the ladies. Ladies, be strong when you get in that house and because he's not taking it from you. So we ain't even talking about rape. We're talking about he is tempting you and you are getting weak and give it in. You know what I'm saying? So stay strong. I don't care if he's giving you a massage while you're watching that Netflix. I don't care if he's cooked you them lamb chops. Stay strong, okay? Stay strong. Go to the bathroom. Get yourself together.
I'm playing with the nipples, baby. That's it. That's all. But yeah, I agree. Elena, you're right. Going to a comedy show is always good to laugh together. You know why? Because laughter is the best thing for everybody. Like, especially nowadays. Yes.
But don't sit in the front. Because I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than like, can you imagine you've been on this good date? So you had this wonderful dinner and now you at this comedy show and they're joking on your date. Like, what do? Do you laugh because it's funny, but you don't want to offend your date? Do you walk out? What do you do? Like, remember Professor, what is the Professor, Nutty Professor?
Yeah, you be like,
yeah, I don't know if that's a good date, but you got to be comfortable with who you with, because if they start joking on who you with or joking on you and your date laughing, it's part of the act. You know what I'm saying? Because you do get picked on. Yes. Someone else said, Netflix says, are you still watching? Oh, it's going down. When they put that up.
First of all, I said it to where don't ask me that shit no more. Don't ask me that question. Look at that. Don't ask me that.
Continue.
Continue without asking. All right, so since you wanted to jump into first dates so fast, let's go ahead and jump into first dates now. So,
first good dates, that is. We're still on the first good date.
Yeah. So everything's going to be good vibes from here. So the first date, again, we talk about comfortable surroundings, because one, it's a situation about safety and security for the woman, and sometimes for the man. Like, you have to kind of really see who you're dealing with. But you know what? Man, you know what? Hold time out. We're gonna take a break real quick, and we look like we got a music video coming up. Lisa Mercedes and Miss Banks and Silo G.
Hey.
You zimmy. All right, we'll be back. Boom.
Hey, Trillery, is that how you're going in? Is that you, yeah? Hey, listen, you're bad for this one, you know.
Yo. Brown skin boss chick rockin' Gucci, bad and bougie, wetter than a jacuzzi. Hollywood swag, looking like I'm in the movie. He want the nana, had to tell him that I'm choosy. Juicy, got the brains and the beauty. Fruity, he be kissing on my coochie. Liver white like blood clot coolie. I wanna come 2 times cause I'm doocy. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. Word on the streets is I'm ringing them bells. Ding dong. Got a nigga bitch blowing up my cell. Can you keep a secret? I don't kiss and tell. Cause I'm triller than them. Real hot gal, trillery, she realer than them. 1 in a million, who these chicks ain't feeling them. I be eating rap bitches like a cinnamon bun. Cherry on top, drop it like it's hot. When I pull up to your block, got niggas losing the plot. Got niggas spending the guap they got from shotting rocks. Then he eat it and I cut, it ain't nothing to a boss. Ever got head while you counting bread? Made him leave his gal cause her pussy dead. Ever put it on him and put him to bed? Ear women say I'm just showing you legs. Level up, you ain't on my level. Don't make me rise to something like a rebel. Catch me in the trap, G's rapping the pebbles on the grind till I see couple millions in my bezel. Trillery, pretty like a petal. That's why I got him hard like metal. So when I put my foot to the pedal, I make him bang like a 45 special. Stepped in, Marriott checked in, read it all night, now I'm resting. Wicked Islam, no wrestling. Baby girl got your bae on my line, not to tell him stop texting. Only trill women in my section. Big money popping when I'm flexing. Island gal, don't make me get yardy on him. Thought he was ready till I was flinging panani on him. Pussy tight and I real life. Me I go dance for them what you feel like. Sit and feel nice. Me I real spice. Gaza, your thing, street vibes. Mad cute, but I'm streetwise. I was raised in the streets, I got street ties. Even on the bummy day, I be fly. Levi's on my knee highs. If he broke, au revoir. Wonder what these lips do, baby. Make you sing like la la la. Might bring a bad thing, a menage a trois. Times 3, that's a trilogy. Says she bad, but she ain't badder than Trillery. I'm the real deal, she's a mini-me. Get with the winning team. I'm winning. Skin so soft, said it feel like linen. Knew I was a boss right from the beginning. Bites me Versace, so every time we step out we twinning. Little mama got the sauce, no ketchup. I'm ahead of the game, tell them ketchup. Only hating cause they know that I'm next up. Why you think they call me Banks? Get your checks up. Now tell me who's fucking with me. Banks, Trillery. Doing it well, doing it and doing it and doing it well.
Okay, I see you. What were you saying? Shut down, yeah? What? These girls ain't talking to you. Come on. Get me. Hey.
Doing it and doing it well. Doing it and doing it and doing it. Let me see. See my.
Anyway.
Woo, we're back.
So
we gotta pick back up. We gotta pick back up. We can't just drop it like that.
All right, so listen. So real talk.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to skip the first date one. We're gonna save that for another day because you have a letter for us, don't you?
I do.
Well, can you read that letter for me tonight? Because I need to hear what kind of real talk scenario we got going the fuck on tonight, baby.
And I
only because hold up, time out before you even go into that. Because the last time on the show, you tried to give us a PG-13 rating. Nigga, we actually rated 2, goddammit. We can do what the hell we want to do in this show.
And we can. Yes. Okay.
And I stamped that. I stand by it. King Kong ain't got shit on us.
So listen, this is real talk. Shout out to the writer. So let me say this part before I get into the letter. This part of this segment, what happens is I will read a letter. It of course we will not disclose who the writer is. Everything is discreet. I will give my feedback, my co-host will give his feedback, and then we're going to jump to the chat and find out how you all feel about it. This is like free therapy, baby. So if you are interested in writing us and getting some good and some bomb ass advice and you want us to give you some real talk, write an email miss.ebony, EBONY, info @gmail.com, okay? For a chance to have your letter read on air. Let's get into it.
Yes, this is a mess, yo.
Like seriously. Don't even get ready for the juicy. Laugh my butt off. Let's go. All right. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
Dear, are you ready? Because last time, co-host, I don't know if the viewers told you, but they told me they loved how you sat there with your notepad. Like you were like, they was like, look at Dr. Q. So are you ready? Okay, y'all, he ready. There he go. That's what y'all been waiting for. Let's get into it. Dear Miss Ebony, I've been dating this guy for a couple of weeks. Initially, everything was pretty cool. One of the things that I really liked about him is that he treats me like a queen. When we are together, he takes care of everything. Money isn't an option. So when he called me informing me that he was on my side of the water handling business, but he had left his wallet at his place and asked if he could hold $300 until he made it back home. I didn't flinch. I gave him the money. We met up at the bank. He thanked me and said he'd have the money back to me with a little extra later on in the evening. I did see him later on, but I didn't want to seem like I was so broke, so I didn't ask about my money. I was waiting for him to bring it up, which he never did. He never did. When he left, I waited a little bit, and then I texted him in a jokey manner asking about the $300. He apologized and said it had slipped his mind, and the next time he saw me, he got me. Honestly, since it's been one reason after another as to why he hasn't been able to give me my money back, We even got into a huge fight the other day when he stopped by. He got extremely upset, stating that I was treating him like a bum. He didn't want to take anything from me. He left and then sent me a video displaying a wad of cash and said that he was planning on paying me back that day. But now I was going to have to wait on it. After I stopped all contact with him and decided to take the L, I was the stupid one for giving this man my money in the first place. Eventually, he ended up reaching out to me. He apologized for what he said and wanted to meet up. He said he had my money plus extra. Of course, I want my money back, but I don't want to deal with him anymore. What should I do? Baby girl, baby girl, baby girl. So listen, when I was like reading through the different letters that I was going to talk about tonight, for us to talk about and discuss tonight, I had to choose this one. And listen, baby girl, thank you again for writing in. No judging, but you wrote in because you're looking for some advice, so I'm gonna give it to you. Okay. Red flag. Okay. Number one, how long you been with this man? Okay. You said in your letter, let me go back to it.
Weeks.
A couple of weeks. Couple means 2, right? But
no more than 4. No more than
4. Because if you've been with him for months, he would have said months.
Said a couple of months.
A couple of weeks, okay? That's a red flag. My daddy always told me, and my mother too, when a man start asking you when he gets comfortable enough to ask you for money, like he got boys, he can, thank God for Cash App, but he couldn't hit none of his partners up, some of his boys, whatever the case may be. He had nobody else he could ask for this money but you, right? Well, let's say he didn't have anybody else. So he did ask you. Here you are, you give him the money, and then how long has it been? And then he gets upset because you asked about your money, and he told you he was going to give you extra, and then he sent you a video. How childish was that? You sent her the video of a wad of money. So, like, who does that? Like, now you go drug that. Like, well, come on. Like, just send her money back. Now you're playing games. You childish and you're playing games. What should you do? I think that you should definitely meet him and see if he's going to give you his money. Maybe he is, right? Maybe he is. Get your money, thank him, all right, and never talk to him again, okay? Because I feel like it's a red flag. Talking about a couple weeks, he lost his wallet, and then he asks you for the money to take care of his business. And so, like, for me, postpone your business to tomorrow when you get back there and get your money. You ain't out of town. Go on back across that water and get your money. Then you handle your business. But that's me. I'm going to stop right there because time go by so fast. Co-host, how you feel about it before we get to the chat? Real quick. Drop in the chat how you feel about this letter. Give us some advice. We're going to help this sister out. Go ahead.
All right. So here's the reality of it. One, the fact that he got defensive when you asked him about the money in the first place, that's a red flag for one, because he wasn't planning on giving you that fucking money back at any point. Two, like you said, he's childish for sending the video, but a person that has money, that mentality will not allow them to do the type of thing that he did. Right. Because if it was just the fact that you left your wallet on the other side of the water, I get it. But you have multiple streams of ways to do electronic payments and things of that nature. Yeah. So my Cash App is tied to my bank account.
Right.
So if I needed to go and get money from you, I could Cash App you instantly, send you the money back.
Right.
So, sweetheart, that man was playing you for the fool. All right. Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie to you, it happens a lot, but it's really weird to me, but that it does. But I would say that in my experience, if you have a situation like this, you will have to really either be with somebody when you meet him to get this money, because you don't know what kind of mindset this man's in, right? And then also the fact that you've only been knowing this mug a couple of weeks, that's a red flag to me as well, because I don't feel comfortable asking my best friends for money. Right? Like I know my dude, my producer and my other producer, almost 20 years plus. Yeah. Even when even if on my last, I'm not asking my boys to front money because they got families and shit they got to take care of. I will figure it out. But the fact that he felt comfortable asking you, it makes me feel like he was on a scammer type situation. Like he knew he could get that quick 300 and flip it or do whatever the hell he was doing with it.
Yeah.
And that's just how I feel. But the other part is you got to get your money back, but you gotta take safety precautions to do that. Yeah. All right. So here's the thing. Anytime somebody tell you something slipped their mind, they weren't planning on fucking giving it back to you. If you had text conversations and you joking and laughing with this mug and he still ain't mentioning your money,
right?
Chances are that nigga ain't give you your money back,
right?
Now he want to flash wads, yeah, bro. Fool.
Yeah.
First of all, listen, I have a hard time because I've been on my own since I was 18, right? I ain't gonna tell you how old I am now, but don't worry about it. Y'all know how old I am. But what I'm saying is, I have a hard time asking for help, for one. And then two, it's not going to be help from a woman that I've just met. It would not be that situation. So like, I it brings me to a situation that like a friend of mine brought to my attention. Shout out Hollywood.
They're saying that you're old in the chat.
Yeah, I know Hollywood said it. So like situation like she, the woman had an ex that she lended some money before, and he calls her asking for some more money. And she was like, what should I do? I'm like, tell that motherfucking nigga you ain't pay me back the money you gave me before.
Right. Come on now.
So sis, I'm telling you this right now, sis, the letter writer, I love you. You are important. However, do not fall victim to anything like this ever again. Ever. I don't care if it's friends, family, co-workers, anybody. Like, I don't care if it's $5. I want my fucking money back.
I'm with you, like, for real. Because today
I worked hard for that shit.
Right. Let's jump to the chat. So thank you, everyone. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Someone said, meet up and get your cash, but take your own car and have a family emergency. Laugh out loud. Real talk. Someone said, right, don't be too comfy enough to ask me. I don't have it. Laugh out loud. Yes. Someone else said, I don't like that she had to ask him about it and then still wait. Right. What? Someone said, Hollywood, don't feel comfortable enough to ask me for $1, but that's just me. And then we have another viewer said, scamming from the jump. That's why
I said that right, sis. I said that right.
You did. And I think the viewer is trying to vibe off of you. Scamming from the jump. That's why he was taking care of everything. Yes, you gotta watch these things. Listen, we're gonna have to first season we did red flags, but this is making me want to bring back another red flags. You know what I'm saying? We have to do one segment red flags with women. And I'm gonna shut up. I'm just let you talk. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna talk about neon red flags at this point. This shit is toxic and glowing right now.
Yes, then someone said giving you the impression that he had money, setting her up to ask her so she would be comfortable enough to give it. You know what? One of the triggers for real, well, not triggers, but one of the red flags.
I hate that word. Stop using that word.
One of the things that he did that I noticed in the letter that reminds me of a scammer. Why would he take a video of a wad of money? That's what they used to do to try to scam me on GroupMe and whatever them different apps was.
What's that?
Who does that? A video of a wad of money. That's childish. It's I'm with you, viewers, scammer. Someone else said
that's like that Susu craze that was going on last year.
Right. Listen, my parents always told me.
I'm sorry. I was so mad about that shit, yo.
My parents told me if you lend money, never have the expectation to get it back. Only lend if you can be okay without it, because you never know who will play you. Real talk, Elena, shout out to your parents. Okay, we're gonna share this video so they can get their credit, But real talk, that's so real. Listen, one of the famous things people used to always do back in the day is I'm gonna pay you back when I get my taxes. That's a scam. Don't believe it. But listen, real talk, sis. You heard it from the viewers. You heard it from us. This guy's definitely trying to play you. I'm kind of worried that It's been quite some time, and now he's hitting you up talking about he got his money. I said, take a friend with you, because all you doing is showing up to get your money. Like, we're not even talking about nothing else. Play nice, but show up with someone, like my co-host said, be safe, get your money, and get up out of there. He wouldn't ever be able to get another dime from me, okay? Because, nah.
Because we don't got nothing to talk about right now. Because at this point, my trust is zero for you. Mm-hmm. I have zero trust, and I will never trust you again. And
it goes on both sides. Like, real talk, this right here, we're talking about this happened with a guy doing it to a girl, but women do it too. I've had guy friends tell me before, and co-host, you might have heard this, like that whole little $40 scam was going on. Like, I know a guy, it's not funny, but it's funny. I know a guy, he met this girl online, and they were talking, and then next thing you know, she was like, well, you probably won't hear from me no more after today. He was like, why? She was like, because my phone will get cut off. And so I need $40 to get my phone to pay my bill. And he did it. And I'm not laughing at the guy. He did it. Hold on, co-host. He did it. And guess what? He cashed out that young lady, and he never heard from her again. So, like, nah.
All right. So I'm gonna close out with this part, because I like, real talk. I really feel like the fact that people feel comfortable enough to
ask for money,
to scam other people out of money, and do it with such veracity that they do it with their real names and real phone numbers.
Right.
You are crazy than a motherfucker, man. Get your ass out of here.
Yeah.
I tell you what. We also are. I think. Hold up, time out. I think I just got a warning from the producers. Hold up. Oh yeah. Okay. So it's kind of time for us to take it on home here now, sis. So, first of all, I'm not confirming nor denying that. I'm not confirming nor denying that. No.
And listen, and don't read it out loud. If you want to see what we are reading, you got to be here live, 7:30 on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Real talk.
So real talk. And this is a real fact moment for us right now. Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, like, I know we just read that letter. Young lady, I hope that you get your money back, or if you're able to go on without it, just keep moving. Cut your losses. Start with a clean slate. Don't talk to that dude again.
And don't get nobody else money.
Yeah, don't give out any more money. But I want to end this show with a really, really tough topic that we're dealing with right now. So, if y'all don't know, there is a conservative majority in the Supreme Court, right? Mm-hmm. They're aiming to overturn Roe versus Wade. And for those of y'all that don't know what Roe versus Wade is, please look it up and research it. But it's basically about healthcare for women and their rights to, safe and healthy abortions and things of that nature. But it's really about healthcare for women. It's about women's rights and things of that nature. So I'm a big proponent of women's rights, and I feel like this political climate that we're in, even though I don't like to get political, this political climate we're in trouble, because they're overturning things in states that should not be overturned, in my opinion. Now, everybody's gonna probably have an opinion about this, pro-life, whatever. But my thing is, one, it's a woman's choice. It's her body. She has to make the choice to do with the things she needs to get done. And I say that because they are the better demons are on their way right now. You know what I'm saying? We can't let them do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, get out there in your community, man. Tell your people, man. Get out there and vote for the right people. Like, I'm not going to tell you what party to vote for, but look at their actual credentials and what they're going to do. And you have to understand that we're in a situation where there's a time where this thing can flip back over, and the team that ain't for nobody but themselves to be in charge. So get out there and vote in your November primary races and things of that nature, and then make sure we get out there and vote in 2024. But also, ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention to what they're saying. Not just the propaganda that's being put out by Fox News, but pay attention to the real news at some point, if you can, and filter through the negativity and see what's actually being said. So, with that being said, I am going to get off of my pedestal and my soapbox for the night. But I vote and pay attention. Yes, sir. Absolutely, Hollywood. Vote and pay attention. Also, make sure you're telling your people that set out the last 2 elections, the last 3 elections, to get out there and vote for local elections. Not just because
local is so important.
They're messing with the kids right now. They're messing with book bans and all this craziness that has nothing to do with anything. Guys, I implore you, because I know most of you have kids and most of you have nieces and nephews that are important to you. In states like Texas, Oklahoma, stuff like that, man. Listen, guys, you gotta pay attention to what's going on, man. Research everything.
Is so important. And like, honestly, stand for something. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we don't get out,
fall for anything.
Or fall for anything. When we don't get out here and vote, but then we're complaining about things that are going on. Like someone just said in the chat, local is so important. Yeah, get out and do your primary, but don't stop there. Like, do your research. Just, you know what I'm saying?
School boards, the voter registrations, man. Like, we have to get the voting act passed as well. So, like, guys, listen, I don't like to end like that, but what I'm gonna do for you right now is I will say this: Black Star Media and the Mars and Venus show, we are very, very pro things that make a difference for our community. So what we should do is, as a group, anybody that's in our group, make sure you get out there and taking really notice and making sure you're giving back to your community, whether it's with volunteering time, mentorship. All those things are important, because if you raise a generation of kids that don't know what's real, then what are we doing?
Right.
You know what I mean? So
100%.
With that being said, I'm going to, again, get off my soapbox. But as you can see, I have my Black Lives Matter shirt on. But it's not all about just that. It's about finding the social cause that makes a difference to you. And again, I will say that I love all of my listeners, and you guys have to take care of your future generations. I don't have any kids of my own, but I have a bunch of god kids. One of your kids, my god kid, my nieces and nephews. Man, hey guys, listen. I love the fact that you guys are interactive, but we have to be proactive before we're reactive. So let's do that. Let's say what we got coming up next? What we got coming up next? You close us out with the rest of the drill.
Vote for Q. Congressman Q. Q Smooth, vote for mayor of Baltimore.
I probably could win though.
You probably could. You know what I'm saying? You get all your past relationships and your past fans. Because you got your little fan club. You know what I'm saying? You got your little fan.
Let's not talk about that. Close it out.
We're not going to. And co-host, why you keep talking about closing out? Like, we're in segment 3. Okay, we still got one more segment. Okay?
Yes. I thought I got started bringing it home, so I figured that we was closing out. I thought we was closing out.
But you know what? Listen.
Did we get another song coming up? No.
We do, you know what I'm saying? But check this out. It's okay. It's okay.
I thought we was closing out the show. My bad. I'm sorry, guys.
I got on my
soapbox.
But you know what? Real talk, that's what it's about. Okay, stand for something, like for real. Get out here and do your research, and like for real, let's stop existing in this world and not know what's going on. A lot of people, for real, the average person out here, they know everything going on with a celebrity, but they don't know what's going on in their own town that they live in. They don't know what's going on in their own country that they live in, but they know what's going on with Rihanna and all these other celebrities. I won't do a whole bunch of names, but they know what's going on with the celebrities. You know what I'm saying? But
get your sister.
What's she doing? Right. We won't. Yeah. And you know, you're probably right. That's probably why he's
wrong.
But for real, listen, if you are interested for real, with writing Black Star Media, with getting a letter in, whether it's advertisement, whether it's you want your own show, the email is there, blackstarmediagroup@gmail.com. We have an awesome bomb-ass advertisement deal going on right now. It is for a limited time. You know, some people that say limited time, it ain't limited time, they do it forever, but no, we really mean it. When we say limited time, we talking about limited time. So you are a business owner and an entrepreneur out there. Of course, there is never enough exposure. There's never too many sales. So email us so we can definitely send you our advertisement package. Okay, check that out.
Check your phone, sis. Check your phone real quick.
I'll check my phone right on air. I'll check it right now.
I'm just saying.
Okay, right. Oh, okay. real quick. So May is mental health awareness month. So continue to tune in because we will have a segment talking about mental health awareness. That is so important. My co-host is really strong on it, and I am too. Your mental health means everything, okay? Because if you are not mentally healthy, then it affects everything. It affects your job, it affects your livelihood, it affects your family. You know what I mean? May is also another special month for mothers, okay? We want to give a special shout out to those of you that are mothers. We want to give a special shout out to those of you that are mothers that you may have lost a child. And we want to give a special shout out to those of you who have lost a mother, a grandmother, or a mother figure. Because even though this month is so much to celebrate, at the same time, this month is very hard for some of you, and we respect that and we honor that. And you know what? Right now, we're going to have a 10-second moment of silence for those of you that have lost a mother or a child. And again, we honor you all. We could not do this and be on this platform without you all. Again, we don't take for granted that you all are up here right now watching this show, okay? If y'all like us, you done did your 9 to 5, your 8 to 4, your 10 to 6, but you still decided to show up and to be with us tonight, okay? So we appreciate you all. Shout out to one of our faithful sponsors, Christina, with Sweet Creations by Christina Bailey. We appreciate you all. We will
pick somebody. Pick somebody tonight.
Okay, so listen. What I'm going to do is for all of you that have been up here and been tuning in, and we said it before and we got a little carried away, but tonight I'm going to come back and do a live video. Because first I gotta put you all names in a little basket. I'm gonna let our producer Hollywood, so we can be fair, choose a name. Let's do it right now. Co-host, talk about some other upcoming shows real quick. I'm gonna do it real quick.
All right, so real talk. True Weight won't be on this week. It'll be coming back next week. Again, the Wolfpack Sports Show will be figuring out the days when we are actually going to go live again, but it will be before the pro football season starts. But also stay in tune with our actual page, because we post things daily about who's the GOAT, about who's the best NFL team, all those things. So keep the group like flowing, man. Like you got to keep it flowing. But also True Weight is going to take a hiatus for this week, I think, right?
Yeah, just this week. Yeah, she's going to take care of some business back at home. So shout out to you, Amanda. But please follow up next week, because next week's going to be fabulous for the whole Black Star Media family.
Yeah, because we got Threesome coming back next Tuesday. We got us on Wednesday. And then True Weight's back next Thursday.
Yeah.
So like real talk, you guys, like I really want to shout out all the mothers out there, man. You guys enjoy your Mother's Day weekend. Hopefully your kids decide to do something wonderful for you, even if this is a small thing, just to let them to let you know that they love you and appreciate you. And I think that's a good idea. So my thing is, you gonna let them pick?
I'm gonna let them pick, and then I like to do stuff off the fly. So we may even have a raffle after Mother's Day, and the raffle will be for my co-host to come to some mother home, get rid of your kids. He'll come by, clean your home with a little apron on, cook you a nice meal, some lamb chops, something like that. Look at him.
Time out. Why do you? What?
Did y'all see him though? You ready? Let's get it. All right. The winner of the cupcake giveaway is, so you all can see, Amanda. Congratulations, Amanda.
She went and got them cupcakes, man.
Yes, she did. We got to be fair. She's tuned in. You are listening tonight, and you won the cupcakes. So stay tuned. We'll get you that information so you can win your cupcakes. Maybe you even take your cupcakes. I don't know. Today's Wednesday, so probably not before you leave, but we definitely will get with you.
So what I would suggest is, just make sure you get your cupcakes, when you come back and things of that nature. And Ashley, you late. You must be watching the show live as we're live.
I was thinking that. Like I see communications the key. I see something else. I was like,
but sis, I appreciate you.
Yeah, we did.
And I definitely hope you feel better.
Yeah.
Elena, thank you for the hearts. Hey, Hollywood is not BS. You picked it. You did. You picked it, bro. But anyway, with that being said, man, this has been the Mars and Venus Show again with your boy Q Smooth in the building.
The one and only Miss Ebony.
Yo, tune in next week, man. It's gonna be live. And then again, we love y'all, man. We'll talk to y'all soon. Be safe. Wolfpack, go life.
Black.